Yes, y'all. I play this somber intro every single time because I feel like it's a funeral. I feel like every episode gets worse and the pressure is getting worse and worse every single episode. But y'all know we're back to talk Married at First Sight, season 18, episode 13. The truth gonna come out. All right. And of course, I'm not here alone. We have Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. How are you feeling today, friend? And are you ready to dive in it after we did our first live watch last night?
Mhm. I feel good. Like I'm just the anticipation of the next episode is, what's got the fire going. But I'm always here to talk about these raggedy folks because they never cease to amaze me with how far they go with pushing how much I dislike a person. Just when I think, you know what, I couldn't dislike this person anymore, they sprinkle a little Parmesan cheese on top every time.
It's a gift. It's a gift that the maths producers have. They have a team of producers who are fully trained, I believe, groomed to create mess if in chaos, if you will. I think that's their assignment. I think they're, on assignment from the enemy to do this, to cause chaos, to be agents of chaos. You guys, we are going to dive right in. But first, if you have not joined the collective Discord, please head over, see the QR code over here. Go ahead and scan that and become a member of the collective. So many benefits over there. And it's brand new. It's really fun. So go check that
I like
out.
how you said, say brand new again, Ashley.
Brand new.
Yeah, I like how you said it. Like, and it's brand new, like for the low, low price of $9.99. You too can be a part of the Discord. I love it.
You too. You too. And we have so much fun stuff planned over there and here, guys. So make sure if you're not already subscribed, hit the like button in advance, hit the like button by faith. Okay. Go ahead and hit it because you're going to have a great time. Make sure you're subscribed to both myself and Tyra over at Struggle Reviews and hit that notification bell because we're going to entertain every single time. Okay. But yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start with Camille and Thomas. And I mean, this speaks for itself. Slob on the knob and domination, Tyra. Why won't this woman slob on the knob? Why won't she talk on that man's microphone? He says that he's a munch. He is going there every single time. And she refuses. So if you guys don't know, in last night's episode, each couple met with Dr. Pia or Pastor Cal, mainly Dr. Pia, and it was about getting into their intimacy bag. We know that Camille and Thomas are the only couples who have gone into the jungle at this point. And Camille says, I want you to grab me up and I want you to shake me. I want you to dominate me, Thomas." And Thomas says, "Well, I want you to talk on this microphone. I've been giving your lady box a lot of attention lately, and you're giving me nothing. So talk to me about this couple, honey. And what did you think of this avocado that she stuck in his mouth? I didn't like it."
Girl, Thomas saying I've been, been down there getting lockjaw damn near. She just won't return the favor, if she could just Camilla's gonna mess this up. Camilla's gonna mess this up. Like it wasn't so much of the even though she gave that like I don't what head? Not me. Even though she gave that, she also said like, well, that's just a whole different level of intimacy. I'm like, are intimate I mean, once you're in there and we're doing the deeds and we're munching the boxes and stuff, like the way you decide to maybe categorize things, and it's just like I'm not comfortable with, like, I don't know. I just think the bedroom is about reciprocity, and if you don't want to go there, don't have him go there because I just feel like she be shoving that man face in the bush. Okay, I really do, I really do. And Thomas ain't one to complain, but it's not even just that. It's that I just want him to just, take charge and he's not, but also I have to be ready. You can't just, do it out of nowhere. You got to make like she always has like some type of expectation and limitation on things. It's like she's trying to control everything. And it's just really weird. And for me, just watching her, it just feels like she's always kind of looking for a flaw. Even if it's minor, it's never just like we're fine, we're good. I'm like I didn't hear Tom say he had no problems. If she was, on the knob, we would have been straight. And even with that, it's just like on your time, whenever you're ready. But it's just always like she's gonna find something to nitpick with this man at. That's why when we had this moment of domination, I said, "Choke her, punch her in the face, Thomas, punch her in the face." Mm-hmm. Lick her and punch her in the face because we don't have time because she thinks sugar is sweet, and I think Thomas might just be about that life. But with her having all these rules in place as to I want you to do this, but when I say so, the way she's why you put that avocado in their mouth?
I
I
know.
just I didn't like that. And then she brought out the it was weird. You know, we had just watched Which Way Is Up. It gave that. Like what are you doing? Like what are you doing? And then just like it kind of felt more like a sexual intimidation type thing because girl, if I'm blindfolded and you ram an avocado in my mouth and I hear buzzing, what's happening?
What are you
What's the
doing?
staple? Pineapples, what's happening? But she felt, very comfortable with doing that. I do like that, when it was his turn, I wanted him to go a little further, hem her up, put her in a headlock. But
Girl,
he, it was still sensual. But I feel like Camilla's gonna dig even further because it's just like I'm gonna keep doing everything on your time, and eventually it's gonna get tiresome if I'm steady going and you're once again finding an issue with something, even if it is minor.
absolutely. I think her time, her love, her energy, all of that is very conditional. Camille is like, you're fine until you're not. And I think she is going to pick him apart because at her core, and in her heart, this is not the man that she dreamed of. This is not the man that she's wanted. Even though to me, he's demonstrating everything that a good husband could and should be. He's thoughtful, he's kind, he's caring, he's letting her move in the ways that she feels are appropriate. It's never an issue of Camille, you're not enough, or this is wrong with you. It's, oh, how can I be better? How can I better serve you? And I don't think you can lose with a partner like that. I think that whatever happens with this relationship, if it falls through the cracks, it'll be squarely on the shoulders of Camille. Because, girl, you've let this man into your inner sanctum. All
Girl.
right. You've let that, go for a prowl in the forest down there. And you're saying to me that you can't talk on the microphone, not even a little bit. He's begging you. And this is your husband. This is not a man off the street. You've
It's just
already opened, like, I mean, girl, talk on the microphone.
no. I'm just that means like I'm really, and it's like, oh no, that means I'm really for you if I'm getting like, okay, well, what are you right now then, Camille? Are you like halfway in? Because that's what you said.
I mean, golly, I really want better for him in this moment. And I really want to like Camille because I do think she's a girl's girl. I think she's got great qualities, but I just think this is just demonstrative of what it's like. I guess when you're forcing yourself to do something because Camille does not want to be here. She still want a roughneck from
Girl.
from the other
And then
side of
she's
town.
younger, right?
They say she's 32. Y'all. That's
Hmm.
what they say. That's word on the street. But they also say the whore of Babylon is 29. So I don't know.
Oh Lord.
But child, let's speaking of the whores of Babylons and other things, Alan and Madison and white women tears don't care who cry them at this point because the way that this heifer cried 4, 5, 6 times on cue almost really pissed me off because Madison, let's be honest. Girl, it's never been that. It's never given you're a bombshell, baby, and you got to beat him off with a stick or everything you got because of your looks, baby. It never gave that. No one ever, Tyra, no one's ever told her that. No one's ever told her that. These are not words that she said. This heifer feels guilty, maybe. She's in the hot seat. She's continuing to lead him down the primrose path, has no issues with smashing David, all the while smiling in Alan's face, talking about she wants to make it work. They get an assignment from Dr. Pia, which, again, Dr. Pia, is this how we're pushing our products? I don't know, but I didn't like it. But they're there. She's got to get the wine, honey. Let me pour my glass all the way up to the top before we get into this. Because yeah, do you like dirty talk? What kind of sexual positions do you like? It's never that, Dr. Pia. She does not like him. She does not want him. As much as she says she wants to get there with him, she does not. I think she's a dog abuser, allegedly. I
Girl,
don't
poor
like
Luffy. Poor
Yes,
Luffy.
I don't like how she treats Luffy. She's always got something to say about that dog. Leave Luffy alone. And so, he says, my initial impression of you is very different than the woman I found you to be. I thought you were a party girl in the club. We all fam. And so she decides she wants to cry and stay out all night. She said she was going to go make a call. She stays out all night. Alan's worried sick, finds her in the gym the next morning and is like, "What happened?" And she's like, "I really want to try to make this work." She pulls out the tears again because he says it was never that deep. I'm over them. I'm over seeing her. I feel like this is manipulation of Alan. You don't want him. You're screwing thick and chubby, and you just, I don't know. I hate everything about it, Tyra.
How long my baby Alan gonna have to be Sheila? Every episode, I'm going up this mountain to save my marriage. I'm with this man. He don't
You
like
don't
me.
like
He
me.
don't
He
love
don't
me.
love
Like, oh, Alan. Every single episode, like the gaslighting from this chick is horrible. We shouldn't expect anything more. This is the same person who just sat here in this same episode across from Michelle who said, "Hey, looking real fine, girl. I can't wait to eat you." And it's like, ooh. I mean, do we really know? You have to check because we were yeah, a lie. I don't care who tell it. Like she is diabolical. Every single ounce of them white woman tears that came out of nowhere, I was like, oh, girl, how you just cut? That is amazing.
It is. It's a talent, a
It's
skill.
absolutely a talent. Like I wasn't even here for those raggedy tears. I didn't care about nothing she had to say. She better lay off a Luffy, and I need Ellen to wake up. The way she treats your dog says a whole lot. But anytime she has to get liquored up to be within an inch away from Alan, I don't care what they doing. She got to get liquored up first, or they got to be on a date, some type of sports, athleisure activity to where they a gate, a track, a football field apart from each other, just so she can remain her distance. It's trash. I was here for Alan. I need him to trust his intuition. I don't want to see any more moments of him being apologetic for how he feels and what he's saying. Like I'm standing in it. You are. You clearly, with how you are displaying yourself from the moment y'all arrived and you had to go out the first night, wherever you were, you're not that. You're not ready. That whole pretty boy and I'm out and I'm picking on you are still that Madison. This whole charade she went on about trying to deflect from what he actually said and trying to turn this into, I've always been judged for, how I look. And just because
Daddy's money.
just because I'm so beautiful. I'm just so blonde, and people just assume that I was given and I didn't work hard, and I got that public assistance and free lunch. Girl, shut up, shut up, shut up now, shut up now. I cannot stand her. Like, girl, she pisses me off. I was here for Ellen. Ellen didn't tell one lie. Like, girl, you are not who I thought you were. How long are we going to sit in this state of like, you're not giving me anything?
Nothing.
She really, the main thing that pissed me off this episode is when she said he lacked empathy. I was like, out of all the men on the show, the one who has shown the most empathy, especially for your regular situation, has been Alan. Empathy, he's been patient, just trying, just appeasing everything. And she spit in this man's face and he apologized. And then she cried in her
Again.
athleisure. Girl, go to hell.
And that's what my thing. Last episode, we literally saw this man cry with her when she talked about her fear of becoming a mom because her mama was a trash alcoholic. And she doesn't want to go down that same road. And to say you lack empathy, you don't feel how I feel. Like I came home, didn't I? Girl, you in these 3 o'clock mornings, like who do you think you're fooling? Like Alan, he's acting like he just fell off the turnip truck, but he did not. Alan is not new to this. He's true to this. We know he said he's a baller AG. Listen, that's what he said. All right. And I believe that he just so wants to be loved. And I think he just loves this idea of a wife that he's settling. To me, in my opinion, he's settling in this situation to even care to try to work with someone who hates your dog, who don't like you, who won't even let you touch her, who basically is coming up with anything she can to cause a further distance between you. Like it's sick and twisted. And I don't know how you can treat someone who's been so kind and loving to you this way because you know you're smashing down the basement dweller.
Oh, they
You
gonna lie about
know.
that. They gonna lie about that because this is deflection. It's just, oh, well, that one day you were drinking and it triggered me, and she's gonna find a fight so she doesn't have to confront anything else. If they're constantly arguing with each other, or more so her, it's one sided, then she don't have to deal with the real issues. Girl, you have been lying for a very long time.
A very long time. And I wonder, and I mean, it just speaks volumes to me of her character, even outside of the show, because I don't think it's about age. If she's really 29, I still don't think it's about being young. I think it's about being a trash
Really
person.
29 because the
I
vote,
mean, is the jury out?
the jury's still out on that if she's really 29.
I mean, and I didn't put this clip in because when I've been watching the replay back on Lifetime, they're cutting out scenes when they replay it. But when the ladies all meet, because the ladies do get together, you guys, in last night's episode, they do talk, and Michelle comes in and with the tea. Because you look so fine, I want to eat you up. You all should have seen the look on this heifer's face, on Madison's face. Oh,
Oh, really?
the nervous laughter, the look away, and in the after show. When I saw Madison not look at the camera one time, but was in David's face, turn, I said, "Oh baby, oh,
Like,
oh, oh."
like maybe if I freeze, they won't notice I'm here. But did you peep Carla's face? Like Carla saw and knows something because it was like, all right, that ain't my business face. Like they know what's going on. This is terrible.
They do. And hey, Critical, her disinterest is the best thing ever for Alan. She's not worthy. Here's the thing, Critical. I wish she would just display abject disinterest. I wish she would have pulled a Michelle on him because I think her behavior is even worse. And what do you think, Tyra? Because it feels like he'll almost be out and done, and she'll say one key word that'll give him hope. And I think that's far more cruel than being honest.
Absolutely. She always is keeping him on the hook, especially them little hugs. Like we're getting a little bit close. Girl, if she messed around and kissed him, it was oh. Because Alan's happy for anything. Alan's, he wants the situation so bad that he does come off desperate and he's willing to tolerate whatever she offers. Just like, oh, at least she let me hug her today. She acknowledged me today. Oh, we were having a good day. We went, in our athleisure wear and climbed a tree in the park. That's any growth is some growth. Progress is still progress. Like it's just that if she literally said, "I'm not interested," I don't see you in that way and I'm unattracted to you. Alan is not the one who would have been like, well, what can I think he would have cut it
Cut
off
his
right then. Like,
up.
oh, well, thank you. But he's also the one that's going to be delusional. Like he's not feeling those things internally already, even though he's projecting them. If she says any little thing that gives like, oh, well, it's this, but she just said that she's trying and she's working on her attraction. 3 more weeks and maybe she'll hold my hand.
Maybe she'll get there, baby. If it's not there yet, and I'll give any men a PSA, baby. If it's taken a woman that long, she's never going to get there. Some women, I think, are different than men in that women can be with someone who's not per se their type and eventually fall in love. But if that was going to happen in this situation, it would have already happened by now. Like she's just never going to be for him, ever, 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 ever.
Oh Lord.
Next, we have Carla and Juancho. I'm not wearing any
Any
panties.
panties. One
Marques.
wearing any panties. Girl, why not?
I was disgusted. Carla and Juancho get together with Dr. Pia, and they decide what's best for them is a tantric whatever session with the lady with her slip dress on. Now listen, there's and Juan confirmed our worst fears in the after show when he said he don't think she had no drawers on either.
She
Now
did.
it's a lot to come in there free balling, ma'am. It's a lot in your little skinny negligee. This lady had on less clothes than Carla, but they're talking to Dr. Pia. All Juan can talk about was meeting the parents and the food that he took home.
Tacos. Tacos.
He don't like Carla. He don't want to be with Carla. At this point, they're brother and sister. Okay. They get here with this lady, honey. And this lady, I think she wanted a threesome. I think she wanted a man. I think that she was ready with that flower over Wancho's nether regions. She lingered. I ran it back and she was dipping that flower all over the peen. He was looking so scared and afraid and petrified. And Carla's just there at this point. Carla said, listen, I flirt. I'm trying. If he's not there, that's not my fault. But this lady was problematic. I would have felt violated if I was Juan. Tyra, what did you think about Grandma and the rose?
This was disturbing. So what in the Groupon is going on here? What back alley, back street did y'all find this woman? Like the nerve of you to sit down in this little apartment and air out your coochie in Wancho's face. What is wrong with this show? No panties, no bra. Wancho was like, yeah, I closed my eyes and I just wanted it to be over. Like I was hoping that it wouldn't. I don't know. Like one show should have gave off that same little dry energy and he should be trying to give off when he feels violated. Like I didn't know
Mhm.
how far this was gonna go. I was worried for a second. I was just more concerned with just hoping like she had on some underwear. I don't think she had.
I don't think she had no drawers
This
on
was
either. And like I said,
gross.
there's bush there. She's all natural, holistic. She was airing that thing out down there.
This was gross and they blurring stuff and I'm like, you came here and did nothing. I don't know why Pia is playing in their face. They give brother and sister, cousins, all that family beyond a relationship. How many times are we going to see them snack, have a little wine, pour up the wine? Yeah, what's up? Where's the coffee? Yeah, make mine's double strong. Oh, what's good? What is the tacos? Like y'all just hanging out. Y'all just hanging out. Carla comes in, hugs a tree, burns a little sage, and has a little sound bowl, and then they go on their day and they do it all over again. Like they are not communicating, they are not connecting. This was dead. It was like, oh, you ain't got no job. Watch the attraction has been dead ever since, and they're never
Mhm.
gonna make any progress. This lady coming in here, it's probably made it worse. Did you see one show when she left, slap Carla with that rose?
Yeah, he was like,
Yep,
let's finish the test. Like,
Dusting her. Don't care.
it'll never be steam heat between them. There is nothing that could be done at this point, even though Carla has tried to alter herself. We saw it a couple episodes ago. She sat down, honey, with her little notebook and went to the Wand School of Business, and it still's not enough for him.
He don't believe her.
And I think what it is, I don't think he views her as someone who could be his equal. I think that he feels like she is what is the word, like she is just wandering, and she has no direction. And I think for Juan and what he purports to be and where he's going in terms of his entrepreneurship and all of those things, he wants someone who's on top of it, like not someone he has to train or teach. In my opinion, they'll probably remain friends after this because at least he acts like he's cool with her. He's not mean, which is more than what we've seen before. But I just, Lord, this lady was diabolical. This
Girl,
this is what I would have been talking to
why would
about
they
from the beginning.
hire her? What was that?
I don't know where they found her, Tyra. I don't know where she came from. I don't know who her people are with that gray hair. And Juan said in the after show she wanted to go further.
Yeah.
She could go
What
further.
does that mean?
She wanted to go in that bedroom. I think this lady is not just an instructor. I think she's a student as well. I think she's a member. She's not just the president.
Baby.
Um, hey, in philosophy, thank you so much for the 9.99
Thank
super chat over
you.
there at Struggles Review. Okay,
Yeah.
hey ladies, love y'all's take. I am newer to the show. Do y'all think the show is intentionally selecting people with significant trauma and/or personality disorders? Shout out to Akechi.
Oh, child. Absolutely. Absolutely. As y'all know, this is my first romp with the show. Have never watched anything. This is intentional. Where Ashley said it was differently before, and there were more matches and more love and people going on and having these prosperous relationships. This is directly intentional. And it displays in the show, like out of all of them, we have one couple that maybe looks like they might make it. And Camille and Thomas aren't, completely solidified all the time.
Mm-mm.
This is awful. The way that they feed into the problematic areas and more so to the problematic one in the relationship, and they tell the person to submit to whatever they want to do to get along and go along. And well, why aren't you here? We're just bow to them. Try hard for this marriage when they know this crap wasn't going to work. This is sick.
It is. It is. No, you're not wrong. And like I said, I've seen the decline in the show. And I know this is about ratings. This is like a ratings grab, in my opinion. But to me, it's always at the cost of someone. It's always at the cost of their self-esteem, their mental health. You put them into these terrible matches, knowing one person is going to be a mess. They knew from the beginning that Akechi was like a clout chaser, that he was terrible, that he clearly has personality disorders and childhood trauma,
Yeah.
clearly. And they still decided to match him with this very well accomplished woman, like to devastate her, I guess, to ruin her, offer ratings and views is what it feels like to me, you guys.
And
That's
not even that. If we're gonna go, we have those problematic people like our day, like, and then you throw Allens and MMs in the midst who really want the marriage, but it's to the point that they can't even fully acknowledge the faults and distance themselves away from these people, and they're desperate for it. And you pair them with these toxic people, and they're desperate to try to bend to some toxic person. yeah, this is.
Mhm.
I'll maybe go check out the what season should I go to for the
I mean,
popularity.
start at 1 and you'll see what the original premise of the show was supposed to be, seriously, because even though that ended disastrously for some, that's the thing with the situation. It doesn't have to be heavily produced. We don't
Mhm.
need that. It's wild enough to have 2 complete strangers get married. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else you need to add to it. People are gonna people. So I think they really could do their best at trying to make good matches. It's almost at this point, it feels dangerous and irresponsible. And we talked about the experts a couple of lives ago. Like, this is crazy. And what one thing I read in the comments, I don't know if it was on TikTok or YouTube, take credit for it if you're here in the live, but someone said, that why the experts make the non-problematic person change is because it's harder to make a crazy person change. Like, and I get that because these jokers were never going to change. But still, this idea that the non-problematic one needs to bend their entire life, their personality, the way they dress, the way they speak, the activities they participate in to be acceptable to someone else. I'll never get behind it. I'll never.
Didn't you guys say that the producers or whatever of this are the same people behind Love Is Blind? You think they're trying to compete because it's very salacious over there, and it
Somebody
goes viral and these things blow up? Maybe they're trying to compete with the other show.
somebody said that. I know that this was here for a very long time before Love Is Blind, but it would make sense if they have some overlap with producers or show creators because it's
Mhm.
still that same premise. I'm
Yeah.
basically meeting you. I'm basically marrying you
Mhm.
sight unseen. But you guys, shout out to the 80 some people who are here in the building
Yeah.
tonight. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And before we get into the thick of it, if you're a member here, you know that every Saturday night we have a blockbuster movie night for members only, where we watch it over in Discord and we talk about it on YouTube. And this week is Tyra's pick. I'm gonna run
Mhm.
that.
Where is it? Where is it? Oh God!
Play my song on the radio. You too busy trying to find that blue asshole. I let my black hair go and my weed on. And I sweat too much on the regular. We gon' let them hits fly, we gon' let it go. If it ain't next door, then it gotta go.
Mrs. Rhodes dead. Murdered right next door.
Talking about a face coming off a bag of blow. I'm like, God, bitch, I am not a beach boy. Whip thing, make a understand though. Got that Hannibal, silence of the Lambo. Hit the gas so hard, make it rotate. All my niggas blew up like a propane.
Baby, wait until dark. This is going to be a first time watch for me. I have been barraged with message in my Instagram when I posted this to my story, and they
Mhm.
said it's amazing. Everyone has been saying
Really?
nothing but rave reviews. Like,
Hmm. I'm
this
telling
is
you.
amazing. You're gonna love it. But before we go on and get into the final couple of couples, I also want to let you know that you guys have a voice as well, and we want to know, and we'll discuss whatever you'd like us to for the low low fee of $4.99. I'm gonna run the tape, and we will get into the rest of this.
I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You coulda had a bad bitch, knock a middle. Help you with your career, just a little. You supposed to hold me down, but you holding me back. And that's the sound, I mean I'm calling you back. Why men great till they gotta be great? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the ball lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True flirts needed something more exciting. You tried to break my heart, oh that breaks my heart. That you thought you ever had it, no you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with me. I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the sting in single. Ain't worried about a ring on my finger. So you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already in my DM. Why men great to
Is all right. We are back to it, y'all, and let's get into this one because this was barely a thing. Um, not in philosophy say, can I pay for it? In case you
Absolutely.
so again, we see them very early in the episode. They meet at the ice cream shop, I guess. I don't know who called who, but whatever. The Cankle King of Chicago said that he is going to homecoming in Houston. And she said, and he's going to be with his mama, his brother, his cousin, his aunties, and his nieces and nephews. And MM says, I'd love to meet your mom. He said, well, I'll call you. Don't call me, but I will call you. And leaves. Later in the episode, of course, we see her saying she had to go back to her luxury loft. Okay. um, and just to be comfortable because there's no peace in that apartment. And baby, why would there be peace there, girl? It's never been peace. And she finally talks to Dr. Pia towards the end of the episode, and this two-piece green number, which I was here for,
It's
girl,
cute.
teach the people, and basically says, you know what? No, I didn't call him. No, we didn't decide to move in, even though you encouraged it, Dr. Pia. And so basically I'm just done at this point. And Dr. Pia, it was the exasperation in her voice. Like, I thought you guys were making it work. Dr. Pia, go
He
straight somewhere.
said, he said,
I'm
he
so over
said.
it. I hate it. Dr. Pia, like not just as a woman, not just as a therapist, not just as a professional, a real doctor, right? But as a
Was
black
she?
woman, you don't have anything to like you done called this lady spicy. You done basically tried to encourage her to go back to a toxic and abusive situation in my mind. And I just can't I can't get behind it, Tyra. Talk to me about our little brief moment with these jokers.
Why she supposed to chase this man? Why is she supposed to do all the work? And I'm sure he came up with this little whole ass ice cream date. Who the hell plays spade on an ice cream date? He always like the cheapness and the unconcerned aura that comes off of him. First of all, the way he shows up is very draining. He sucks all the air out of the room with his demeanor because he doesn't want to be there. And it's like, sir, don't force yourself. I don't know why. Not just drag Ike. Ike, why she here, Ike? Why she here? Like, if you knew that this is where you were mentally and physically, why did you even set up there once again, tailored to his personality from what we've seen on this show? When other people are around, you feel a need to tell people what they want to hear, and I'm not that bad of a guy, and sure I can try, and no. And then when you got with this woman, like he is like seriously disturbed by her, like disturbed, a hint of disgusting. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Like when he brought out those spaces, well, oh, she uncle now, she cuz friend, we play a little game of tonk. You trying to get these spades? Like the way he looks is just terrible. I'm not even. The anger is gone. I just want him to go away. I want M to like let that man go. Why would you? The compassion in MM's voice when she was like, "Oh, like I would love to meet your family, love to meet your mother." Like, yeah, I'll call you. Ain't no way in hell you coming with me.
Never.
I don't like you like that. When she said, I'm gonna let him date me. I'm gonna like you. You're still putting in work that you shouldn't have to, MM. It's not supposed to be this damn hard. Like, if it's that draining for you to even just be in the same room with this woman, pack your raggedy duffel bag and go. Pack your Jan Sport and go. Put your in your backpack and just go. Go. From what y'all say, these people aren't obligated to be in the same room with each other. What irks me with him is you auditioned for this show how many times? You watched this show how many times? You wanted to get on and go through the process how many times? And then you get here and you act like this is a blur to you and you didn't know what it was going to be. It's not even just the sexual part and the advances and she made me feel violated. You cringe at the thought of this lady asking you, how blue is the sky today? Don't be pressuring me with all these questions. Sir, what are you hiding? You're weird. He's hiding something. He's ashamed of something. Whether it's his self, his financial quota, his whatever, him not matching her in that way, or just some trauma that he is suppressing. Because if you're telling me that you are in this state of grieving, these 5 stages of grief that you've been going through these past few episodes, just because this lady grazed or grabbed your penis, sir, get away from me. Get away from me.
And like I said, it's for me, it's beyond. It's beyond empathy for Ike. It's beyond anything of the sort.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this man is 42 years old. This is a grown man, okay? You have had all the time and energy to address anything that happened in your childhood before you subjected a black woman to this. Not just a black woman, any person to this, because I highly doubt he shows up in any of his relationships properly. Because even when she says, "I'd like to meet your mother," we still got that
Mm. The same
delay.
mother, was it the same mother he said burn all his baby pictures?
Burn all his baby pictures. He's a sick man, the Cankle King of Chicago, the Cankle King of Texas. I dare say the Cankle King of the world needs to go and get his blood pressure checked. I need him to go and get a physical. I need him to go and get maybe a 5150 hold. I think a good inpatient psych evaluation would do Akechi good, because I think he's a danger. I think he's a danger to the masses. I think he's a danger to the number of women's inboxes he's diving in per these TikTok streets. I think he's a danger to the streets of anywhere, because the fact that you're out here present day dating women and talking about these producers gave you a bad edit is beyond me. I think that he thinks he's working with something. They say he got that beefcake, right? Like Stevie.
Well, we
Like
know that.
Stevie.
I would let him make it with this his aura just being disheveled because she touched me unwarranted. If you're inviting that kind of energy, I don't have nothing for you when MM decides to give it back and you my husband and maybe he's waiting on me to make the first move sexually. Like you wanted to put it on display, big boy.
Mhm.
Put it on the table, Akichi.
And this is what I think too, TP. I think all of the hotepness of it all of the brother to the night of it all is a scam and a fraud and a sham. Because, sir, if you were really prolific, you'd have more than one of those tired books on that tired and delayed website. Um, TP says he watched The Blackening and kept a pack of cards in the pocket. Listen, I don't know. There's nothing genuine about him. Like I said, even the fact that you say you go into the church house and come back just full of mess. I just have no respect for him as a man. I don't have any respect for him as a human at this point. I think he's terrible, and I never want to see him again. I stand on that. I stand on that. As far as MM though, Tyra, I will say I hated to see her even give him a glimmer of that, talking about she wanted to meet his mama. Why? Why the hell, MM? Because
Desperate.
at first I was like, well, she playing the game. I said, okay, is gonna just run this, like, well, I've exhausted everything I can do, and he's just not participating. So, nothing else is on me. And I thought it was that until she met with him and was like, I'd love to meet your mother, like giving him an in or an open door. Shut all the doors. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't encourage any of it. Like, if he calls you, fine. I respond one word responses. I would not be alone in a room with him. I would not do anything of the sort. I just feel like it's a terrible look. I need her to stand up.
This is a child. Like Akichi is a child. He's throwing tantrums. He's been acting childish this entire time, and he strikes me as someone who would get off on that. Like, look how desperate she is. Look how she's hitting me up. Look at all these messages. Like, oh, girl, just leave me alone. Like, you could never. I never really liked you as it was. Like, this. Why? I thought after the last episode we was gonna be standing on business. She is still entertaining this man with the hopes of, oh, he's eventually gonna show up the way I need. No, he's showing you exactly what she should be thankful for. She's known exactly who he is for some time now, and the way that she keeps clinging to it and trying to give chance after chance, I appreciated what she said on this phone. It feels like she's getting some type of revelation, and it could be the Pias of the world. Well, don't you want to just text him and make sure he got there safely? Did you do your part? Did you do
No.
your part for him? Did you readjust any further than we already said in the conversation, in the sessions? Like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And she just couldn't understand that. I'm like, are you calling him and giving him that same energy? Like, asking why? Well, I don't think we're going to be able to do any progress until he actually comes back. So, yeah, I just know. Follow your first mind and get away from this man. I'm feeling cringy after the next episode of her. Like, yeah, I'm not giving you no divorce. Like, everything's like, it feels like she's going to be petty, even further and drag this out because he, didn't be he isn't the husband that she was hoping for. Anybody with some sense will be trying to get the furthest away from Akichi. Anybody with some sense will be like, thank you, Lord. I could have been trapped. I could have really fell for this Hotep brother to the night, blues in your left eye, trying to become the funk in your right, Jan Sport, ashy foot, Kanko King of Chicago, ass, and I would have been stuck. You weren't, girl. You got a whole ounce. He is
Yeah.
an ass. Why would you even subject yourself to that? I'm feeling a little, I don't want to say sorry for MM. I just want her to stand in her purpose and know who she is. Girl, you own your wraparound balcony.
Yeah, I mean, in your well-appointed loft, you know what I mean? Like, girl, like I said, I just think he's dangerous. I feel like he's literally tried to ruin her. I think it's dangerous and problematic to be alone anywhere with him without cameras, and with cameras, hell, because he's liable to say anything. And like I said, the allegations and things that he's said are not little lightweight, mean, or petty little things. They are serious allegations that could have potentially devastated and ruined her life and career. Like, I don't play them type of games. Not with this old man, but y'all know what I would have done already. I would have called them people.
She finna get petty with him. She finna turn into an Akichi. That's why when she was in this episode, she was like, I gotta go home. There's no peace here. I said, oh, okay, now you're using that man, using this little keynote words. Get away from him. She's gonna ride this out. I think she's gonna want him to pay. Like, yeah, I'm setting some terms. I'm finna really get petty because you are not who I thought you were.
Oh, Toshiba, you must be new. You must be new over here. We had a whole live about this. Yeah, the experts are dangerous. We've said that that they usher her into a bad situation. Yeah, girl,
Yeah,
we
but
we go over there.
welcome.
We've been over there. We
Yeah,
got
they
them
ain't
together too.
quiet. The people ain't
Anybody
quiet.
could get it. Anybody could get it. And last but not least, honey, we got Michelle and David. Deflection, defense, and disdain. Because the way that David sat up here, the way that Grumpy Bear, the way that the second shift basement dweller got on this screen and tuned up his face in front of Pastor Cal. I'm not giving you my cousin's number. I'm not giving you cousin Denise's phone number. I'm not doing anything of the sort, and double down on this lie with Pastor Cal. So you just think everybody's a fool, David. You just think everybody is a fool. And listen, hate Michelle all you want to, but she playing this, right? The way that she got to play it to try to fix this, to try to fix her reputation after all this. And David, you're not even a player, my G. Like, my thing is, all you had to do was wait 8 weeks to sling dingaling. I'll say it again. All you had to do was wait 8 weeks to sling that dingaling. That's all you had to do, sir, to get the edit that you would have needed that was going to last you the rest of your life. You wouldn't have been known as a liar and a cad and a scoundrel. But now you are, because she got in there first and talked to Pastor Cal and said, listen, this is what happened. I'm triggered. My parents' marriage was ruined over infidelity. I gave this man the best 4 weeks of my life, and he's throwing it all away, not just with whoever was on the phone that day, but with a bevy of other women from his Tinder dates, Pastor Cal. What do you say about that? Michelle is living in her get back era in this moment. You same experts who rolled the beautiful bean footage on me, showing me I was cool with a basement dweller. Now it's time for you guys to eat the grapes of wrath. I was here for all this type of petty carrying on. He gets in there, lies to Pastor Cal as well. Pastor Cal, like, well, Denise got the text thread, right? Go outside and make it happen. He says, Michelle, I'm not showing you that. I'm not digging up Denise. You believe what you want to believe. Very defensive, very animated. By the end of this episode, though, Michelle put her detective I spy hat on, her Carmen Sandiego, and she found cousin Denise's phone number. She on the phone, and cousin Denise said, listen, I don't condone, approve. No, that wasn't for me. He asked me to cover for him, and I said, no, I want no parts of it. Michelle said, okay, well, do you know who it was? Do you know who the message was intended? Because we have a one-track mind, Tyra. Michelle owned it. She said, oh, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Michelle is not going to rest, and I love that sheer determination just to clear her name and just to show you I'm not crazy for wanting a brokey basement dweller in my life. Tyra, talk to me about it.
You and that basement dweller gonna take me out every time. I'm here for the spectacle. Like, I've been waiting for the hot mess. We come to these shows for mess. Like the way Michelle went in that office with pastors. This is the most exuberant, excited. Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Like I got Aaron Pierre. That's yes. I got everything I ever needed. Like I have evidence. Like because we know she don't care. We know she's never wanted David. It's not that. It's not that. It's just I have validation for all of y'all who was acting like which you were. The way you presented yourself was nasty, but nobody said that you were mad or just for wanting what you wanted. Yes, I don't want a man with no prospects, no money, who lives in the basement with his mother. Yeah, I don't want that, and there's nothing wrong with that. The way you presented it was nasty, but she has validation now. She has something to really like nudge at, and she's gonna gnaw at it like a dog with a bone until she gets the outcome that she wanted. Just so you know, aha! I knew you want. I knew you would. Aha! Pretty sneaky, sis. It's Scooby Doo. I knew it. I knew you wasn't nothing. Oh, I knew you were trying to drag me down and keep me simple in the poorhouse with free lunches in the trailer park. I knew it. Like, and then on top of that, you're a cheater. Like, David could have played this out, regardless of Michelle being right in what she wanted. Everybody was going to continue to see her as nasty work. Like, oh, look, oh, she's because he, he's a good, like, he's so nice, he's so kind, like he just takes everything and he's trying with her. And did you see him roll the sushi with his grumpy bare hands? Did you see him? Did you see him cry at the video? Like, yeah, all of that is just thrown on the ground now because you couldn't wait 8 weeks to go over there with Madison. Really? Or anybody else? Because it was like, well, you know, the person I was in the coffee shop with, Lieutenant, she has a man. It's like, who cares? What does that have to
like
do
it matters, Grumpy Bear. Like it matters.
What does that have to do with anything? Like, and the whole, like, you know, like you ain't no player. You ain't player. It was like, I'm not showing her no messages. She don't deserve that. I'm not validating that. I'm not, you do the allegations with the answers. Like, I like all you had to say was, you know, baby, that was for you. I was trying, you know, like, oh, you're not into that? Cool, we would have been done. You're the one who sat up there and said you sent a message to your cousin, first cousin probably, said, hey, who you so damn fine? I can't wait to eat you up. Yeah, that was for my cousin. Well, yeah, can you sure? You know, we can resolve all this if we just roll that back and we, you know, go to Denise and she shows us the corresponding message. We're good. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. This is the most defensive. All that little cool guy act is going out the window. And I think he would have continued to try to get that same narrative and look a certain way on TV if he wasn't found out, if he didn't accidentally do that. Just stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm really concerned about all of the women everywhere who can't see that David is really an infidel and a degenerate in this moment. Like I don't understand how, like, I get how Michelle was nasty, super nasty. No one's taking that away. But the fact that women would fall for a David really scares me because I think he's one of the worst types because he is the one who pretends to be a nice guy all the while he's doing the most dirt and has nothing to offer you. Like I don't get so many people caping for him.
How you don't get it? How you don't get it? That's why he's moving in this purpose. This is him moving in his purpose. This is who David really is. This is who he is. And as soon as whatever hits the fan, it's going to be y'all didn't see what I experienced. Did y'all see how she was treating me? Like, and it's going to be every which way to validate why he went over there with Madison, not trying to honor this process, trying to be respectful regardless of the circumstances, or even trying to be respectful to himself and his friend Alan. Stood there next to Alan while Alan's just all talking and they boxing and sparring and and you're being a whole harlot out here.
Exactly. I'm like, whore.
Despicable. I think that this is who he is. I think that, you know, there's a certain kind of woman clearly that'll go down and be face up in that basement because you know you look good to me.
Yeah, you know, Maddie. Madison gonna move him in there, girl. That's what's and that's the energy. And my thing is, what you did to get him is how you'll lose him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never. This speaks volumes to me because you don't even have bro code. At the end of the day, you're just not a good guy. At the end of the day, and you've pretended this whole time. I told y'all he was a villain from the beginning, and I mean, y'all can continue to cape. But really, this is bad, y'all. This is bad to me. This is a major
I
character
mean,
flaw.
they might make it to the end though. They might make it like they may be like, oh, down the line, like, wow, he's still with Madison. Like
Because they deserve each other. They're
they're clearly
terrible.
on the same type of timing.
Yeah,
They're
and he would
here
deserve it.
with
Yeah.
lying to their significant others, these spouses here. They don't care. This is the type of timing that they're on. They're both. He's still getting his needs met, which was blonde haired, blue eyed white
Mhm.
woman with a strong personality.
That
That's
was his
Madison.
requirement. But I mean, and that's the sad part because we heard in the very beginning during the whole vetting process and all of that, the men I've wanted just haven't wanted that with me, and they just haven't done this, and he hasn't been able to find what he wants. Well, I wonder, damn, why is this the carrying on the type of party girl energy that the people are referring to? Like, I don't get it. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong at the end of
They're
the day.
stupid.
I feel like if he would have cut out of this with Michelle and stopped pretending like it was all sweet, like, oh, I'm just trying, I'm still trying. No, just say your behavior to me, your treatment of me is unacceptable, Michelle. This is not gonna work for me. I'm easing on down the road. There would be nothing. Go ahead and live your best life, David.
I mean,
Go
best
ahead and
believe
live
a
it.
lot of women are attracted to Grumpy Bear. I know he got a list of whatevers, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get here and put on my usual charm. That same charm they get those people in that second shift basement of mine next to the keg. We get it on and go home and they may cook me some breakfast down there for all I know. He has been very, very comfortable because some people, women, do not mind subjecting themselves to that because they find you so attractive, even though you don't think that Grumpy Bear is all that attractive. Some people do actually. They see it and they will negate what he doesn't have. And he thought that Michelle was going to be one of those people that just thought he was that will make knowing him so deep that now you want to take him home to meet your mama. A barbecue, trying to get to this barbecue. He thought that him being a good guy, like, I'm nice. Everybody likes me. I'm charming, but I don't have anything really to offer. He thought he was going to coast on his charm, his second shift job, and the bangs and the curls in his face. And Michelle said, "No, hell no."
Michelle saw it on the wedding day. She went in that bathroom and cried, like, what have I signed myself up for? Erica, I'm not about to play with you tonight, Erica. That's why David lives in his mom's basement. He keeps getting kicked out of women's houses. He's the hoe some women think they can save. Girl, leave that hoe on the corner, period. You can't make a hoe a housewife. That's what the
Absolutely.
people say. You can't make a hoe a housewife. That's what the people say. I just, pretty girl. I mean, for what it's worth, he has a lot of people charmed on my TikTok. They
Yeah.
they told me, how dare I come for a David? How dare I?
Charm. Ty. Why would I want to be with Ty? Yes, charm. Charm. David is charming. That's why you have, even in the after show, you have Keisha like, I just expected more from you. You've been a good, like the good guy edit. He has been that. Regardless of what Michelle said about him and everything and his lacking, he took it on the chin. He was nice. He was respectful. He was patient, kind. He comes in the room, gives his grumpy bear hugs and daps everybody up. And he shouldn't. That's not cool. He shouldn't talk to you like, oh, he's that guy. He's a stand up guy, regardless of what he's lacking. No, you're a cheater, pumpkin eater.
Mhm. You're a cheater, a liar, a scoundrel. Like, you don't smile in Alan's face. You don't go hang out with Alan and his wife and be smashing her in the bathroom. Like, it's
Oh,
sick. I don't know if it happened in the bathroom, y'all. I just said
you know you
that.
be making up these scenarios.
I know. I know.
Because
Because
she didn't explain it. She was like, well, when were you guys there? Like, where did he go? Like, well, no, myself and Alan, we were there, and then he was there by himself. Like, what, girl? Yeah, they're smashing. I want to see if they're going to admit to actually smashing, or are they going to be like, it's innocent. We've
oh,
just,
baby, in that preview, Michelle said, "So, Alan, do you think it's okay if your wife is out talking to other men?" And he's like, "Well, no." Madison got up from that table and said, "I'm not sitting through this." Oh, yeah, you are. Because Michelle ain't gonna let it go. Michelle said, "Listen, I had the plan. All I needed was a platform. Like,
That's
I
it.
was,
That's it. She's gonna run
I
this into
was
the ground. She's gonna run this into the ground and tear him down for everything she thought he wasn't in the first place.
And I'm not mad, y'all. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it, y'all. But that was the episode in a nutshell. If you missed the live watch party, the live reaction, go check that out. It was a hilarious time. And be there next week because we're gonna be doing this weekly because it's just a fun way to connect and talk our ish in
Mm.
real time. But before we go further, I want to let you guys know what the TV guide is for the rest of the week, and we'll be back to wrap up the show.
No hold 'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. So pack your legs and throw your keys up. Take a round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo. One step to the right, we headed to the dive bar. We always go at night. Ooh, run me to the left and spin me in the middle, boy. I can't read your mind. They Texas, ain't no hold.
That's the schedule, guys, for this week. But Psalm X, and you're not wrong, Queen.
She said liquor. You lit liquor.
You're not wrong. He doesn't give charming me. He gives boot liquor for blondes. And I mean, that's what he wanted. That's his preference. And that's another thing I can't get by women getting so upset and offended for him. This is what he chose, y'all. This is what he wanted. This is what he acted like he liked the whole time. He loved all her criticisms and her meanness. I mean, that's what he acted like to me. But I mean, like I said in my one video, it's not my business.
He is
over
going
there.
to turn on her the same way he sat there with Pastor but that little 2 minutes, and he was like, well, all of a sudden, all those things she did that he was like, I just like a bold woman. She tells me the truth. Now they're bad traits, and you've been bothered, and that's why you've been entertaining and over there on Tinder dates. Like, this is gonna flip, and I can't wait to see it.
I do too. But you guys, that was the episode. Tyra, let the people know what you've got going on, friend.
Girl, what we got going on? As far as the TV guide that you guys just saw, due to Paradise premiering more episodes than we ever thought they would out the gate, Paradise with Sterling K. Williams is switched to Sunday, and tomorrow we will be getting into Mary J. Blige's trilogy. I know you guys last week were like, she got movies? It's a, where is that? On Lifetime, Mary J. Blige has dropped the third installment of her love story. And we will be discussing that tomorrow. So if you are here for, what is it, Family Affair? And if you have seen Real Love, and what else? What's the other one called in the middle? Michelle, I don't know.
Strength
of a woman. If you've seen those and you've seen the latest one, be sure to check in with us tomorrow for that. And be sure to pull up on us for Harlem. Pull up on us for Harlem, because Harlem, it's Ratchet City, Rat City. It's gonna be trash. And well, let me not say that. We don't know that. Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see. But I don't see Harlem not being a hot mess with the things that are going on over there. So be sure to be on the lookout for that tomorrow and the next day.
Yes, y'all. It's going to be fun. Jasmine, hey Ashley, have you watched Watson? I watched the first 10 minutes and it looks good. Not yet. And I know it came out Sunday. That's with Morris. I'm going over there. I'm going over there, girl. It's just been a week, honey, and it's been a day. I'm going over there, bookworm. We going over there. We're going to see what it's hitting on. Yeah. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys have the most amazing night and rest of the week. And whoever said auntie, girl, who's auntie?
What is that?
Auntie where? Because I already blocked her. But girl, quit playing with me.
I'm an auntie, so I can't. I'm an actual auntie. Hey, baby, auntie loves you.
Oh, well, I blocked her. So anyway, because don't be slick. Don't be trying to be cute over here. Because I don't know. I ain't interpreted right.
Don't block somebody for calling you Auntie Ashley.
I don't know. Yeah. Because who are you? Girl, quit playing with me. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all very, very much. Come over to the Discord. My block ministry is so strong. If I can't interpret it right or it clicks something wrong in my mind.
Y'all be nice. Note to self, do not call Ashley Auntie.
Because I'm not your auntie. All right, guys, but have the most amazing night. I love y'all real, real bad. And we will see y'all in the next video. So pack your legs and throw your keys up. Take a round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't
take it to the floor now. Woo.